Hey everybody, welcome to my reading. This is Kayla with Goddess Angel Divination. So right now I'm going to go ahead and do a timeless collective reading for everybody. So get excited. So get excited. Get excited. Get excited. Move out the way. Oh my god, why do you have to be so rude? I'm the Roman Empire. I deserve the best, and it's my turn to ride the pony. Okay, his ego is strong. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we're gonna see here. So we have the High Priestess with the Page of Swords. So thank you, buddy. My name's Spot. Okay. Either way, we'll go ahead and keep on. So we have the High Priestess and the Page of Swords. So this is somebody who could be watching somebody here who has like some kind of hidden knowledge or inner knowledge. This could also be about how somebody is watching someone here or wants to speak to someone here, send a small message to somebody here, but it's like they're kind of holding back in a way. So yeah. Okay, so now we have the Chariot. Now we kept on looking at Charlie. So Chariot is definitely going to be about maintaining like some kind of status. I don't know. But with this energy, he's sitting on top of the horse, making him a 6 of Wands here, right? And it's like kind of an energy of like an ego-based 6 of Wands. Hey, well, I'm just saying. But either way, so yeah. Let's go ahead and see what else. And then we got the 2 of Wands. So this is going to be a decision that is going to be made here. Oof. So this is going to be a decision that's going to be made between, I don't know what it's between, but it's between something here. The 2 of Wands does definitely depict something as between something, because there's like, you know, there's you between 2 doors. And then we've got the 2 ideas about like, you know, how maybe you want to talk to this person here. And then we have the 10 of Cups, which is expressing happiness and light energy, but the Chariot is going to show the fact that, like, you know, this is about like intensity of like how intense it feels with like how happy it is. So it feels very good, and it feels like there has been a lot of like, you know, like time, because like, you know, because with the Chariot it's like energy feels like fast, like, you know, you can get faster in a shorter period of time in a car than like if you were to walk, like the Hermit. So yes, to maintain this balance kind of beauty here. And the 2 of Wands is just going to tell me how this is going to be a decision that's made by someone here who could be holding like knowledge back here, right? Because this is the Page of Swords, which is going to bring like, you know, some kind of truth, which can spark some kind of idea, kind of like, you know, like that one game where like someone says a word, like they say I don't want to use that word. they say apple, and then, you know, you say tree, right? So, yeah. So, like, you know, you just feel a word, right? Anyways, but we do have the Nine of Wands. This is the Page of Swords. This is kind of reversed energy too, because it's expressing the fact that it's not really taking a step forward, especially with the Nine of Wands. This person has is hesitant because of like past trials that they've gone through here, because wands are like, you know, trials that they have, like, you know, they, like, you know, like a scientist, like not being able to figure out, like, you know, like you know, like the solution to the problem, like immediately, right? Like, you know, he has to try, but, you know, it blows up in his face, like, you know, like, you know, like in ways, like, you know, and he's just like, I don't know what the correct formula is for my invention I need in order to save the world. So, yeah, you know, and now here we have the Knight of Swords, which is like honestly some, I don't even like this energy. I just don't like it because of the freaking thing that he's riding on. It's really a strange, like, looking thing that I don't know how I feel about this. It does not feel good. So, either way, it's coming in fast in a way, like, you know, it's honestly like, you know, it's like honestly like a do or die kind of situation here, feeling like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what else God wants to say. So the Seven of Cups. So this is like, you know, like it's confusing because, you know, you don't know which path to take. So that's the reason why someone is holding back. With the World, there's like this new beginning here that comes with this Ten of Cups and the Chariot, which is going to express like God's energy, which is major arcana, which is divinity, rather than like, you know, well, this is also divinity too. So it's like, you know, really honestly, God is holding things back until, and God is going to be confusing, you know, you with Simon Says, basically. With like, you know, that one game, like, you know, that like one game with like Simon like lights, like, you know, like where like he goes like red light, blue light, red light, yellow light. Like, it's, do you remember that game? I don't know if you guys remember that game, but it was like, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like kind of like Bop It, but not like Bop It. Bop It can be like a very similar tool to this for, like, you know, I guess like a younger generation of people. But either way, Simon Says is definitely like this energy, and so is like Bop It, or like, you know, that one light game that, you know, we used to have for the 90s kids. But yeah, definitely this is like, you know, like the divine making you play, like, you know, this game and holding you back from speaking from your, like, you know, what, you know, you see as your wish fulfillment. They're holding you back. It's a divine action. So yes. Anyways. Okay, so now we have the Knight of Pentacles. I like this knight more than the Knight of Swords. That Knight of Swords is creepy. But either way, this Knight of Pentacles is going to be a very reliable, like, choice, like making a slow movement. It's not that this action isn't like, you know, like, because this is like an action, like this is the action area, and this is going to be like, you know, an energy of like using intuition, right? And like, you know, kind of like, you know, maybe second guessing the intuition at first, but understanding like where you need to go in regards to your wisdom that you have, and making slow and steady choices along the way. And the High Priestess is going to be your intuition. You're going to be following that, letting that guide you. And the Seven of Cups, you will be like kind of seeing through, like, you know, the lies, and you will be looking at things as they are here, because this is about being able to see through the water, right? Because in the Seven of Cups, it's almost like you're underwater and you're like looking at these cups that are filled with water, but all the cups are going to be filled with water because it's all underwater, and you can't necessarily even drink the water that's in the cups because the water, because then you would just be drinking the water that you're surrounded by, and it's just fake. It's not real. It's not real. It's not a real glass of water. So yeah, it's not a real glass of water, and you can see that, and you can, like, you know, come up on land and, like, you know, maybe like, you know, make, like, you could like be like, okay, now I can actually drink this glass of water without looking ridiculous. Drinking water underneath water, that doesn't even make sense unless you have, like, you know, an enclosed cap on your bottle of water. That's the only time when it would make sense. Either way, look into, like, and this person is going to be like going towards the world, which is the happiness, which is their happiness here. Okay. Yeah. And then we do have the Magician. So there's like this, oh, this is very menacing here. So it's kind of like, you know, somebody here who is like, oh my gosh, look, a puppet here, right? Oh my gosh, and it's like the rabbit who's letting, like, you know, the jester, you know. And I actually just recently, like, looked in, well, I didn't really look into it, but I just watched this video, and it said that the jester, like, you know, the king's, like, you know, clown, you know, because clowns are depicted as, like, you know, false, and, like, you know, basically like they're like, you know, jokers or whatever. But the jester is, you know, the one person that actually was the bearer of all the truths, and he was like the only person, like, in the whole place that was able to talk to the king and tell, like, you know, him, like, you know, basically the truth about everything in a funny way. So yeah. And the Three of Pentacles, this is about, like, some kind of wish to make something work here, like, you know, like three people or three, like, powers making, like, something here happen with manifestation. And this can be working just with your intuition here, because this could be like a solo night here, and it could just be like using the power of three to create something, like, you know, some kind of manifestation. And honestly, what I was gonna say with the Seven of Cups is, it was like kind of like taking one of those cups from out of, like, you know, and like taking one of the cups that you know that you have made a choice on, and then you, like, walk out, you, like, swim out of the water, and then finally when you get on land, then that's when it's like a cup of water, not when it's underneath water, because then it's just like a cup that's underwater. But, you know, it can be confusing because it can seem to be full, but it's not a full cup of water. It's just a cup underneath water. Yeah, and the gesture here is, like, kind of like talking about like, you know, like some kind of like something here that could have like, you know, brought some kind of like sadness here from the choices here, from the confusion here about the choice here, right? So making the choice but being confused and not necessarily knowing what was right here. The high priestess is like, you know, like holding back in that way because it was like you didn't know what was right. So then we do have temperance, which is angelic energy, and then we have mentor, which is going to be the Hierophant, which is going to be masculine guidance. So you are going to be guided angelically away from, like, you know, everything here. So yeah, look, it's going to be okay because you're going to find angelic presence. Well, angelic presence is just going to be surrounding you, and you should really pray to them and ask them, like, be like, I need help. Can you please help guide me, angels, you know? And your angels, the ones that, you know, are for you, will guide you. And we do have the mentor, which is going to be the masculine energy. Just, it doesn't have to be like, you know, like a man, right? It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm a man, so I'm masculine. My goodness. Or like, oh, I'm a girl, I'm feminine. You know, like, it doesn't have to be like that. It's more like the masculine energy is just the world. The world is the masculine energy, which is, you know, the emperor, the hierophant, the world, right? So we have these energies, and then the wheel of fortune is like the world in the spirit realm. So that's like the spirit's world is like the wheel of fortune. It's like bad karma, good karma, just like how the world, like, you know, turns, like, you know, and there's like, you know, day and night. That's basically the wheel of fortune in the in a manifested way. So yeah, now we do have the King of Wands here. Yeah, and this is kind of where this kind of story ends, honestly, where you're really just kind of going to be guided here. Don't really know what the King of Wands is talking about. He's, I don't know, I don't feel like I can do that. So I'm just going to leave it at that, you guys. That King of Wands just wants to say something. It's like this Page of Wands is going back to the Page of Wands. Not the Page of Wands, but the Page of Swords, expressing the fact that Page of Swords is growing into a Knight of Swords and wanting to direct some kind of energy and awareness towards some kind of truth here. So that's another thing. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and let it be, like, just like that. And, you know, you're going to be fine. You know, you're angelically protected, and the masculine energy is going to be guiding you along the way. So just know that you're all good with that. Now, I do want to just, before I go to bed, do the Tao Oracle. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this deck wants to say. It smells... It smells so good. Why does it smell so good? It smells delightful. No. Okay, so let's see here. So we have limitation. Ooh, I just want to put this back. And then we have the taming power of the great. Okay, and then we have the cauldron reversed. Or I don't know, these reversed. No. Work on what has been spoiled. So there looks like there's like something here. It's about like putting discipline and about putting your energy into yourself. So taming the power of the great, and I'm learning that right now. like you really have to learn how to put your energy into yourself, and it can be like you have to like learn how to do it. It's like something that you learn how to do. You have to learn how to do it. If you don't know, you have to like learn how to put your energy into yourself, because we're so conditioned to like put all of our energy out into this world. But the best thing is to be able to put your energy just solely into yourself. So yeah, maybe just by limiting yourself, because this is more about self-discipline. Oh, look at this. Self-discipline, practice, self-respect, introspection, ritual, cultivate patience, building up energy, and maturity. So it's about like honestly kind of like being like wiser than, in understanding that your limitation, like it basically, the limitations, like there's no such thing as a limitation, right? But limitations, in reality, it's just some things, that I know I just cannot actually say out loud. I just can't. But anyways, the taming of the powers of the great. So taming the powers of the great. So this is about like, this is about understanding when the grasshopper must hop to the next leaf. When does the grasshopper hop? Can the grasshopper hop to the other leaf? Can the grasshopper hop to the one leaf down there? Or can the grasshopper leaf hop to the leaf that is above the grasshopper? Can the grasshopper? When does a cat decide to meow, and when does it decide to hiss? When do I? When is the right time and the right place for the right action? Oh, goodness gracious. And then we have work on what has been spoiled. So work on what has been spoiled. Work on the things that you think that you need to fix, right? And then we have the cauldron. So inner alchemy, mastery, spiritual renewal, concentrate, contain, rejuvenation, discerning, wisdom. Going back to your wisdom. Okay? So trying to figure out when and how to do things, and how to fix them. This can all be figured out more. It's going to be figured out more in like self-introspection, more so. Yeah, darkening of the light, definitely needing to take this time to yourself. Oh my gosh. Man, this guy is no bueno. So, what does it say? Resoluteness? I don't know. He looks angry. So determination, no compromise, unwavering focus. What does unwavering mean? Inner resolve, integrity, the test of character, self-examination. So this is like kind of like very like dang, I don't want to say that. This is like kind of like very bloodthirst. Like wow, that's really not good. That's really, I mean, this is kind of like an energy of like really having like a lot of like, you know, determination here. I just don't really like that. But I can understand, you know, where it can come from. Now we do have wavering. I don't know, but we are gonna have to waver something. Wavering, unwavering focus. Oh, it means like something that's very focused on, like it's very like, you know, this is like very much King of Wands, like directing energy here, a lot of directed energy. Like even in this painting, I can feel the artists, like, you know, I can feel their energy. Yep, but either way, now we do have modesty. So the modesty here, so just accepting things for what it is here. Now somebody is very aware of something that's happening, you know, like out in like the world. Like this is about like being like very focused on something here. But what is needing to stay focused on is self here. Because like, you know, his eyes, you know, when your eyes are open, you're really just feeling a projection. Seeing, your eyes are basically, I don't know how eyes can sense. Eyes are weird. Eyes are really cool though. I love eyes. I love like blue eyes too, or like green eyes. Green eyes are really, really pretty. I knew this one. One of my mom's like friends' daughters. She like is like so cool because her eyes, they like can change like with her mood, which is like really interesting. Like blues and greens and stuff like that. I love brown eyes too. Brown eyes are really pretty. But yeah, just needing to take things like the way that it is, or seeing things the way that it is. So moderation, humility, keep it simple, lack of presentation, self-respect, sincerity, respectability. So this is like kind of like about like kind of like, instead of projecting energy, it's about putting energy into yourself rather than, you know, projecting your awareness into like a focus. But that's kind of where, you know, this manifestation is coming into, because whatever it is that you're so hyper focused on, you're manifesting this energy. Like, I mean, and that's like kind of like how things happen, is when we become focused on certain things and we like have like constant, like when we think about it a lot, it makes it so where we manifest them. I'll make the counter. So there's going to be something kind of like, you know, where like everybody is just going to follow everything, like, you know, because this is all like, you know, like it feels like an energy of like, you know, a school of fish, you know, like those fishies, like, you know, those fishies from Nemo that like, you know, would make faces at Marlin, you know, or those school of fish, like, you know, that like, you know, they stay together, like fish that stay together, like they stay together and they survive from like, you know, predator attacks, like you know. So yeah, it's about like staying in the crowd and being like, you know, inconspicuous, and not like catching, you know, sight of like other, like, you know, things, or you know what I mean, like just like kind of like, you know, like find like, you know, throwing yourself in some crowd and like, you know, putting your hood on and just like walking. So yeah. I don't really have anything else though. It's more about like going into yourself and whatever you're hyper focused on, you're manifesting. But remember to remain modest. This isn't about like, you know, kind of like, it's more about like closing your eyes and like, you know, yeah. There's a lot of like energy that's going on with like, you know, the animals. My female, well, the female, Lex is being like really, I don't know, they're just playing. They're like freaking running around. I don't know what they're doing. But she gets mad. She like hisses at them. I don't know what that means. I think that means that she's uncomfortable, but I hope she's alright. They seem pretty cool. They're like playing, so I don't know. Either way, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this reading. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. And just like, you know, do this tomorrow. So you guys have a great day. Bye.